Hold on, fam. Hold on. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to my channel, The Underrated Darkness. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secret on on social media. And we're gonna talk about some things tonight that is that needs to be said. And before I turn on, I'm sorry about that. I had a little technical difficulty, right? And the most important thing, I just want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. Sorry. Doug, it's what's the difference between free spirit and kind hearted? I will explain again. What's the difference between free spirit and kind hearted? Now, when I'm going to discuss about free spirit, I'm not going to talk about the I'm not going to talk about. Sorry. I'm not going to talk about the free spirit that we talk about that is good. When we come from the negative aspect, okay, the devil aspect and everything. And it's very important that I gotta come from that cause um if we don't understand that sometimes, I mean all the time, that the devil have had the hands and everything trying to cause conflict either among ourselves or in the relationships, marriage, you name it. And sometimes he use people to cause friction. And we're gonna talk about that. And then we're gonna talk about kind hearted. So let me read this out first. Come enjoy a real conversation with the number one grinder. Us as the righteous ones individually, let's make a change within ourselves and genuinely being there for each other. We all we got. So, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit and play this intro. And we're gonna get into this. Be back.
Sometimes people don't know how much hard work you put in. But when it comes time to battle, you must think about each and every day that you put that hard work in.
What happened? Why don't you play anymore? Brian Banks was 16 years old when he was accused of a crime he did not commit.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. Done already, doctors. Yours truly, the number one grinder. One of the best kept secrets on social media. Believe that? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And tonight again, what's the difference between free spirit and kind hearted? I will explain. And yeah, you know, let's talk about free spirit first. I was looking up free spirit not too long ago, and they say breathe freely. It's always good to be selfish of yourself and be confident and stuff and be conscious and stuff. But we're not gonna go get into that tonight. I will talk about it because the way how this world is, we got a lot of people, quite a few people that have that free spirit that has that demonic evil ways, and some they're around us. Some is around us, and it causing this devilish mindset, and that to cause friction and cause a lot of discomfort. And sometimes that when you in the midst of it, you don't know. Sometimes you do know, sometimes you don't. But you find this free spirit that you deal with people who deal with a lot of things. You see men dressing women, women dress as men, they act accordingly of it and everything. And other demonic things is happening. And the sad thing about us as human beings, the unrighteous ones say they feel it's okay. And this one of the hardest lives that I'm doing because it hits home because there's a lot of good people is being hurt. There's a lot of families have been destroyed. Quite a few marriages and relationships being destroyed. And if we don't get a grip on have the free spirit mindset, it could actually take us out. It could actually cost us a lot, even our even dear ones. That's why if y'all notice, I always focus on saying, yo, we gotta fight for our families, we gotta fight for our own marriages and fight for relationships. Because there are people out there do not want to work. And there are some that brought on themselves, yeah. See, that's that free spirit, that negative free spirit that we feel that we could do whatever we want, we could say whatever we say, and there's no consequences. But let's be reassured, yeah, there's consequences to everything. There's consequences in everything. That's why I always talk about priorities is very, very, very important. I know you'll notice throughout the years. I always said I'm not. I don't look for the system to validate me. God validate me, my parents, and that's it. And the ones that respect me, they respect me. Just a few. Tom Malone, what's good? Thanks for coming. But it seems that we still want people. We still want the wrong people to validate us. And sometimes it causes friction in the family and even the relationships and marriages because they want to take on this free spirit that do not have no substance with. Now again, I'm not talking about the free spirit that just had the meeting. I'm just telling I'm just saying what I know, what I see. You know, it was a story on. It was a true story on one of the peoples I grew up with, and I mean, Free Spirit was a player and all this and that and everything, and he did his thing, and so he met this nice young lady, and everything was good. They had started having kids together, and had kids together and stuff. And the sad thing about it, he did not stop what he was doing, and they caught up to him. He practically lost everything, to tell the truth. But there's no discipline. He don't want to stop to do better. It was actually people was pushing him, not living a good life. I'm free spirit. I could do what I want, and nobody cannot tell me and stuff. You got a good woman, and for a long time you got kids. Can't do what you want to do. You know what I mean? And especially he had his own company and everything, so he was like dude player and being his company and stuff. He made sure to build his home, but the thing about it, that the family was unhappy. See, being a free spirit, you become very manipulative too. You come very manipulative. What's up, unique tone? You come very manipulative and stuff like that, you know. And you're not a good person when you do that. It goes from man or woman, you know. Because see, being a free, see, this is the thing. See, this is the thing that I want people to understand. See, and I'm going to get into kind-hearted in a few minutes. Don't get real worried. I'm being into kind-hearted because you know that's very important too. But I wanted to talk to free spirit because they feel free spirit, or I can say what I want. I can do what I want. I don't have to change. But if you keep these people like free spirit in your corner, these are the ones going to cost you everything, man or woman. Just like I said, the devil comes in all shapes and forms. It comes from the devil use old people, young people, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. If you got kids, they use your kids, little or grown, all above. When they know that that person is happy. And everything what I'm saying, it goes for me too. It goes for me too. It's a reminder. That's what I'm saying. It's one of the hardest, lies I'm doing because we see in this space and outside of space, for the love for our people is decreasing. Day by day by day, it's hard to be in a marriage. It's even hard to be in a relationship. And I'm talking about heterosexual relationship, heterosexual marriages. It's hard. Our priorities is all screwed up. There are some people feel that they want to be validated by a job or a company or somebody else in their ear. Man or woman. And we gotta fight all above against it just to be accepted. Because the sad thing about it, and I'm talking about of humanity, there are some that's willing, they are not willing to change. This is my blueprint. I'll be around certain people. I'm not going to change because what you saying is all about niggas about you. That's a nice cliche to say. And like I said, everything what I'm saying, it goes for me too. See, a free spirit person, they know what to pick from you and use it for their benefit. And we have to understand that. We have to understand that and we got to fight against it. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you dealing with people that free spirit and they cause destruction. And it's not like the brutal way that you see it. But it's very, very southern and calculated. It is so calculated that if you do not be in tune within yourself, if you're not being, no, I'm sorry. Let me go back. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take that out. If you're not in tune with your spirituality, you're not in tune with God, you're not in tune with yourself, you're gonna be in some stuff that you don't even know. But if you're into it, if you're into what God's saying, you're gonna see it. And I always say to myself, I say, I throughout humanity, but also especially for our people, why we want to be around people that are so manipulative, why we want to be around people that want to praise us, but at the same time they want us to downfall, they want us to fail, and they're gonna do whatever they can to get from you so you could fail. And we keep on protecting these toxic people. I'm talking about our friends, our working colleagues, and even the immediate family that's blood. We still want to protect them. I don't know why. Because at the end of the day, they don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to be in happiness or with you or that significant one or etc. They don't. If it's up to them, they literally want to take you out. And I know it's going to be a lot of people don't like what I just say, but it is what it is. Because see, a free spirit person is not going to hold other ones accountable because they get what they want. Even though I'll get to the kind-hearted in a few, even the kind-hearted that you try to be kind-hearted, that you listen, you need to check that out. It's still not good enough because you know what it happened to me. I had to reap what I sow. Because in my lifetime, I suffer a lot of losses. Whether my belief and faith in God had got me through, like people in Tone Malone and Unique Dawn and wherever the Miss Act and everything, um, and others have helped me. So the question is that now we gonna get into kind hearted. Before this is the thing that we gotta ask the question us as kind hearted people. Are we willing to stand up against the devils, the ones that are free spirit that cause destruction? Are we willing to fight against it? Are we willing to call the sabotage out? Are we willing to do all we can to salvage ourselves and also help salvage others? Again, everything what it's saying goes for me too. You gotta stop. We have to stop defending free spirit family members, free spirit friends, working colleagues, etc. We gotta stop doing that because it's hurting us. It's hurting us in the wrong way. They sometimes we can make that certain decision and it could cost us. Then you find out years later why I made that decision. It's too late now. And you know who wins? The no good free spirit ones. That you feel that the ones that survive they to put you on a pedestal and say, oh, you doing a good job or you doing this and that. But what about that person right there that cheer you on? Despite that person has flaws, what about them? Like I said, the devil comes in every shapes and form, yo. Every form you think about it. So enough of free heart. I mean free heart. I mean free spirit. Now we're going to get the kind hearted. When you're being kind hearted, that means that's love. It's God's love. You acknowledge God's blessings. You acknowledge the well being of God. And you willing to take that on so you can be a better person. You're willing to take on God's ways to help move and shape you to be a better human being and to to others. Some kind hearted make you cry because you want to give your best. Kind hearted makes you have that joyful emotion. Also, people take advantage of kind-hearted too because they feel that we are weak people. And when I'm talking to see, well, let me say this. I forgot to say this. I'm glad it came to my free spirit. When I'm talking about those are unrighteous ones. Now we talking about the righteous ones, kind-hearted. I remember me and my mother. We was talking a long time ago. We was talking about kind-hearted, you know. Brother official, thanks for coming. And she always say this that if a woman is kind hearted, no matter who she's around with, she's gonna be there for you. And it goes for men too. Cause my father, hey, and and I know that we go through hurt and we don't want to go through hurt and everything because we don't want to we don't want to we go through pain and hurt and all that stuff too. But we have to understand one thing too. And again, everything is going go for me too. Sometimes you got to break that cycle to be happy, and it's a price you got to pay for it. And sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes you get it right, and sometimes you don't. And sometimes there are wicked people that's holding up, we they right there. Now I'm going back to talk about the free spirit. So we have to learn, to talk to each other. We have to learn to deal with each other, y'all, because we doing a lousy job. Because we letting free spirit take away from our kind-hearted. And we alienate good people. We alienate righteous people. Kind-hearted people that willing to do whatever we will do, whatever we do in God's sight. Again, I'm not saying I get it right all the time because I know I don't. I don't get it right all the time. No, I don't. But I know this much: when you start putting abundance over God's favor, when you start thinking about, oh yeah, this career and this and that and everything, when you stop put those things first before God, there is going to be problems. When you start putting those things, well, your career over a fruitful relationship or a fruitful marriage, over family, that is a problem. See, I'm gonna turn my camera because I'm real with this. Listen. I really don't care about this. I really don't care about the system. I don't care about this evilness of the system. But I know we have to work through it to get whatever benefits we have. But I don't care. I just want. I get pissed off sometimes because there are people is telling us what's going on, and we don't want to receive it. I see a lot of good brothers and sisters just go wasted. Kind-hearted, wasted away. Now, he ended up coming back. See, it be a kind when you kind-hearted, what you actually doing, you're willing to break the vicious cycles that had laid upon you through your family, or even you have your own personal uh, vicious cycles that you have to break. So So what we have to do, we got to keep on constantly working. Because sometimes you could deal with a kind-hearted person. Sometimes they get tired, they want to leave. Because sometimes a kind-hearted person says enough is enough. Because sometimes pride can cost you a lot. Goes a man or woman. But also, let me make this loud and clear too. Because there's a lot of us, we feel this way. When you deal with people that's close to you and they show you a pattern that they just want you to be there, take heed to that. Take heed to that, y'all. That is very important. Take heed to that. I think I told the story one time. It was my mother, my late mother. She was when she was doing hair. She used to. My mother was born and raised Brooklyn, New York, as I was. So shout out to BK. And it was she was dealing. She it was her best friend, her and my late aunt best friend. I remember my aunt was at the house, and all was coming out was negativity, sabotage, and everything. But she put on that pizzazz of being kind-hearted, and none of it was not kind-hearted at all. And what my mother did, you after she did hey, you have to leave. You can't come back here because she developed that devilish free spirit. Because you're not going to inflict on my family here. And sometimes, sad thing about it, they win. But a free hearted, what a kind hearted person do, they hit them with that silence. They hit them with, hey, okay, I'm here with the truth. Ha! Despite they suffering, despite we are suffering, because we imperfect, but we hit you with the ha. That's I gotta work on too. The miss always say, you gotta learn to do them. Nah, I'm from the block. I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. I'm imperfect, so I've been through hurt so many times. That's all you know. You know, I'm going, but optimistic. Gotta have that sometimes. And I know us as men be like, and sometimes there are some women have to understand, like when we deal with another man, we gotta deal with him right then and there. And just as a woman, you know, a woman had a problem with a man, you know, sometimes that woman says, listen, let me deal with her. I got it. Sometimes you gotta let a woman deal with another woman. And they gotta deal with the kind-hearted self. Brother Pierre, welcome. Now, being kind-hearted doesn't mean that oh you soft and everything. Because I'm a well-rounded warrior. Yes, I'm kind-hearted. Yeah, yeah. But I'm a warrior. So I fight for people. I fight for what's right and everything. If I can help you, I'm a kind-hearted. Yeah, I'm gonna help you. You know. So we have to understand that being kind-hearted doesn't mean that it makes you soft. It doesn't mean like this and that, but kind-hearted makes you focus. When I talk about kind-hearted, I mean yeah, it come here, but also as it manifests from here to here. Your soul, your ways. And sometimes being kind-hearted doesn't mean that you get everything that you want. Sometimes it costs you too, but it should never change you. And sometimes being kind-hearted, even though okay, all right, no problem. Even sometimes you put both feet forward to do what's right. Sometimes not enough, but it should never change you. Anytime, go check that out because that needs to be addressed. And let me get off. That need to be addressed. 2-time Super Bowl champs, 2 and 4 years. I'm just one. I'm gonna get back to the point in a few seconds. 2 time. So and then Andy Reid said they called the plays, but then the media always said, "Oh, it's Andy Reid." No, but sorry, but I'll put it out there. But get back what I'm saying that see what I'm feeling right now. I'm fighting for that kind heartedness. I'm fighting for that kind hearted. I'm fighting for the peace. I'm fighting for the ones I can help them get peace. I'm fighting for the missus for her peace. And that's what it's all about. Because I believe if you love somebody, you fight for it. You give all you got. You do whatever it takes. That's a kind heart. Because you let that emotion move you. Don't make you a sucker. Makes you a human being. And that person bring a better soul out of you. And it goes for women too. So really, being a kind-hearted person. So that means you guys constantly do the hard work, keep advocating for yourself, for the better of yourself, for the better for other people. I'm talking about certain ones. I was on Brother SP when he interviewed me, and he was talking about my vision. And what I'm saying, I just want America to respect African descent in this country, that we brought a lot to the table. Because we've been so, us other people, we've been so much kind hearted for a long time. I get like this. uh, yeah, gotta do that. Gotta fight what you believe in. My vision been broader for a long time since I was 5. And along the way, I lost a lot. I lost some good people. I mean, I can say the good people. I'm sorry. I thought they was good people. But at the end of the day, are we human beings? Are we kind-hearted people? Are we part of the human race? And I know there's going to be people going to say, "Oh, you just asked." Nah, I'm all about taking it. That being kind-hearted. That means you working through God's ways. That means you standing firm of His divine, of the God divine purpose. And I'm going to do whatever I can to preserve that, even if it means my life. So again, you got to fight what you believe in. I tell any brothers and any sisters out there, if you know that your marriage is on almost on a breaking point, or a relationship goes man or woman, fight for it. Don't give up. You sit down and talk about it, and you have to draw up another game plan. Draw up another game plan for y'all. But this to understand, but I would tell people to understand this though too. That always going to be that devil right there, go sin with everybody, sin wherever the devil can, to sabotage what you have. And I want people to understand that, but especially us as black men, black women, because we fail to understand that. The devil always going to use somebody close to us to sabotage our happiness. And I know a lot of us do not want to hear that, but it's true. And also, the devil would actually hurt somebody that is dear to us. And I know some parents do not like to hear that, because you got grown kids, or teenagers, and I know that, oh, they can't do. Yes, they can. They are they up in age. They are capable of doing that. Even you got grown people too. Yes, like I said before, all black folks ain't good folks. Not if somebody's like really next to you. You got to even be careful of that. And everything what I'm saying, it goes for me too. When you're a kind-hearted person, there always should be an urgency to do better. There always should be an urgency to be happy. It should be always an urgency strive to be better in God's ways. There's always got to be a urgency because the little that you lead the devil in, and I'm talking about the free spirit now, mess it up. Doesn't mean you cannot get it back. Mess it up. On the missing me edible arrangements. I look at it today and, I was in tears. And that's what you fight for. You fight for that. Yeah. You fight for that. And let me say to these men out here, I know that y'all been hurt. And I know that there's certain times I ain't going through it everything and this and that, but understand this. Advocate for yourself and stand up for do what's right, but don't let the ego get in the way. And it goes for women too. Don't let your ego get in the way of some of being happy. Stop depending on the man and women to validate you. Absalom, what's good? I ain't see you in a while, family. Thanks for coming. And I feel that's very important. You can see we see in the space, they want to worship man and woman. I don't worship no man. I don't worship no woman. I worship God. God, through good people that He surrounded me, including the best, bring me peace. But there's a price to pay to be peace or acknowledgement. So when people say being kind-hearted, you're a punk, it don't make you a punk. Women, oh, you shouldn't be no kind, because they women too. Oh, you shouldn't be no kind-hearted. You shouldn't act with that man. Well, when that man make her happy, what's it to you? Women, if that man and I tell anybody, if that man, I'm saying, if that man makes your mother happy, or that man, I'm saying, makes your father happy, what's it to you? That's what you want, right? And I see that's very important. It's very important. We got to get back into form to do what's right, even though it costs us. But you get up and do the right thing, and you pray on it, and let God manifest that person, mind, and heart. Because sometimes, see, a kind-hearted person will understand. Look, that if I'm saying if it outweigh if that person are good outweigh the bad, you fight for it. Because sometimes you let that person go, you think the grass is green, and you think that, oh, this and that, and you know what? Sometimes it doesn't work when you want to. But see, when you have that kind heart, when you let it be stamping your life, when you're willing to fight hard, blood, sweat, and tears over, all above, God ain't gonna give you a lot to bear. He's gonna give you enough. Gonna give you enough to bear. But understand that we gotta take the necessary steps. No. Sometimes we gotta take the necessary steps. Because we don't want to be a free spirit person that no discipline. No. And I think that's very important. Hold on for 1 second, please. Hold on for 1 second. I'll be right back in a few seconds. No, 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 no. Don't worry about it. None. I was looking at it. But yeah, I'm back. Welcome to my channel. Underrated Darkness, yours truly. The number one grinder. One of the best kept secret on social media. Thank you, brother official 1SP. Um, but sometimes when you're being kind hearted, sometimes You do too much. And sometimes you fall right back and, bring the free spirit. And again, I'm not talking about the free spirit that people do good. No, 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 no. We talking about the negative part about it. Sometimes when you free hearted, you have to fight just to be free hearted because you're not going to get it right. You're not, because you're not. Sometimes you're not working in God's favor. Sometimes you just this was and this and that. No, it's not like that. Sometimes you gotta take account of you gotta take account of other person's feelings too, and vice versa too. And you have to appreciate what the person had to bring to the table, just as the person had to understand bring to the table too. Because it's not easy, and sometimes people do get tired, and sometimes you get tired too. Sometimes emotion gets in the way, and sometimes that pride is a mother. I'm talking about man or woman. Sometimes that pride gets in the way, and it can cost you everything. Everything that you work hard for, everything that you cherish, and even that significant one. And then even that when that happens, you don't have nothing. You have nothing but memories. But you don't want no memories no more. See what I'm saying again, that sometimes when you be kind hearted, being kind hearted to that person don't never stop. Don't let nothing get in the way. Don't let anything get in the way. Don't let nothing get in the way. But it doesn't mean that you have to disrespect how they speak to that person. No. Let your yes be yes. Let your no means no. And understand being a kind hearted, it takes work. It's not going to be apples all the time. It's going to be rocks. But at the same time, appreciate the person for who he or she is. Like I appreciate what the miss is doing for me, and I love her. And I know people go, "Oh, you a simp." It ain't all about being a simp. It's all about still fighting to preserve that love for each other. And sometimes it takes work. And I'm going to repeat this again. And I know again, and sometimes we gotta understand there are vices out there do not want us to be together. And that devil is a mother. That devil will use wherever they can to break it up, and we have to see for what it is. We gotta call it out for what it is, and we gotta deal with it right then and there. And you cannot say, "Oh, it ain't gonna happen. This is not gonna happen," and be like, "Oh, yes, it does." Because I seen that doggone devil had destroyed members of my family, and they was very close, right on the hip. So nobody can never say it don't happen because it does. But at the same time, don't let it get in the way of you and with you and the other person. I'm talking about the opposite of sex now. Don't let it get in the way of your happiness. Now, if you on the cycle, you keep on do it again. A person gotta do what they gotta do. But also we gotta understand that the man and woman still have to take stands together and keep it working. And it goes for men and women. That means we gotta change up a little something, something. If we said that we love God and everything, what I'm saying, it goes for me too. Goes for me too. Boy, it goes for me too. If we said that we love God, so that means that we gotta work in that. Even though that we don't feel like it, we gotta work in that. You gotta understand that. And you gotta fight all you can away from that free spirit, that wickedness. But at the same time, don't let it get the best of you. Be that, be that God fearing consciousness, free hearted, and stand up for what's right. You know, I was looking at the edible arrangement that the Miss had delivered to me yesterday. I wanted to taste some. I wanted to get me some today. I didn't even unwrap it yet. I didn't. I didn't want to. Like, no, I ain't gonna touch that. It was looking too good. I didn't want to wrap it, and hopefully I see her in a few days. And don't tell nobody, but I really trying to save it so we can eat it together and stuff. She said I should take a bite. I am gonna take a bite, but I really just gonna save it. I hope. I hope. You know, sometimes we say, "Oh, well, things don't last forever." Yeah, yeah, it's easy to say, but are you putting the work to make it last forever, or we just gonna give up? Now, if it's mutual, okay, that's different. She go her way, then you go your way. Yeah, that's different. And I'm talking about general. It's constant work to keep on loving each other. It's work. But also kind of hard. That means you have to listen what the person's saying too, especially like if you cause conflict of the feelings, and also that person have to understand what you come from too, because two hurt people cannot help each other. If you still want to be conflicted, or you still want to be right all the time, or you just want to do certain things. But this is the thing that we have to understand, and I know there is a change because I had to got to realize this yourself. The man, the black man, the black woman, we gotta constantly has to change. no matter what we doing right now. We have to, because sometimes I have to understand this too. And I know a lot of us, we don't like to hear this, but I have to understand this too. It doesn't mean that we outgrow the significant one. No, because sometimes it's just a easy, sometimes it's so easy to say that, and I'm going to talk more about that in the near future. Sometimes, because you know, to me, sometimes you outgrow that person. No, 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 that doesn't mean that way. Sometimes you outgrow of your family values. Sometimes you outgrow of your friends. Sometimes you outgrow who you working with. Sometimes you outgrow of association. Sometimes you outgrow with the people that you live with. And us, especially us as black men and black women, we have to understand that. So this is the question that we got to ask ourselves. Are we willing to let go? And everything I'm saying, it goes for me too. Are we willing to let go? Is that person mean so much to you that you actually see a future with the person? As you actually see growing with this person? And I know it's gonna sting us a little bit. It's gonna sting us because some of us believe in family. Some of us believe we need to help family. Some of us believe that we need to be there for certain ones. I get it, I get it, I get it. That means that the man and the woman have to rearrange things again. And sometimes, like my late father said, sometimes you just gotta spray that polish and get that dirt off. Sometimes you gotta let them be what they wanna be. Gotta let them be what they wanna be. Especially let's say if you wants to move, let's say you want to move with this person, you want to keep on, I'm saying, like, you want a better, that person bring a better self in you. It goes from man, a black man or black woman, but I'm talking about the humanity, throughout humanity. Yes, thank you, I appreciate that. So, black man, if you got that good woman, are you willing to say, look, this is what I'm in right now? I don't mean to do that. I mean, not mean to do that, but you got to understand, I'll come to, And black woman, you got to do the same thing too. If God bring that person, and I'm talking about the black man throughout humanity, because I'm saying a few things, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it roll like this. If God bring that person in your life for a purpose, to be a better self, be the better you, even despite you go through trials and tribulations, you gotta fight for that. And you gotta do some rearranging. It cannot be just rearranging for the black woman. Likewise, it cannot be just rearranging for the black man. It's got to be together. Because if you keep on going for other abundance that don't reflect in God's ways, it's going to plumble. And again, I'm all about family. Trust and believe. Yes, I am. I'm all about families. And we got to work on to keep the family together too. Like my late mother say is this, but if that family member is not willing to change, and they're not willing to see your happiness, that's not the one you with. And that's the key. So when that black man, that black woman give you time, you take and run with it. Yes, sir. Couldn't say it better than that. But we have to understand too that the devil come all shapes and forms. When I'm talking about free spirit, also they would use their family to destroy our happiness too. And I gotta keep on saying this because it's very, very true. Because the devil is doing a great job, especially in our people for a long time. And then if we do not be on point of that, we could lose something that is dear to us. And then who we can complain is ourselves. So there's nothing wrong when you deal with a family member and say, listen, this. I remember Sister Shada Kima. She said it's in God's eyes. I'm not gonna let my family disrespect that man. I'm not gonna let my mother, father, I'm not gonna let my kids, I'm not gonna let none. That's what God brought to me. And we have to get back to doing that. The black man and the black woman. And we have to fight. Kind-hearted, we fight for righteousness. We fight for our significant ones. We fight to keep our family together no matter we in trials and tribulations in this system of things. That's what I'm saying. We have to rearrange it, even though we don't like to do it, but we have to. My father have a saying: "You give me a person that is telling that is come from the heart. I give the next person right here could lie. Give me a person that tells that willing to share his or her emotion, and I can give you a person right there, quiet, that is a devil, don't want to show emotion." Oh, I'm just saying that there's quite a few kind-hearted people had died of sorrow, died of people who failed to understand because some of us want to take on that free spirit. You know, my mom's always said, you know, son, make sure you take care of home base. Make sure whoever you with, make sure that she's okay. Everything else will follow. It goes vice versa too. And that's what we got to work on too. And again, it's not easy. It's not easy, y'all. But I'm saying when you fight for somebody that you love, that you fight for somebody that gonna be there for you, it's not gonna be easy. It don't supposed to be easy. You always got to be on your job. You always got to be on your loving job. The black man and the black woman throughout humanity, and that's why I go back and rearrange it. I guarantee you, brothers and sisters, if you would just take the time, just sit back and see what's front of you, you will know what to put out. But see, and it goes for us as a people again, because see, when you in the situation, you're not going to see it clearly, y'all. You're not. There's a lot of underhanded stuff be happening. And sometimes that significant one could tell you, oh yeah, I see something. What do you mean you see something? Because the minute she told me what to see, I see this and that, and I have to step. I said, oh, yeah, she's right. Do you know it was at times that sometimes me and the miss be traveling, and then they said something, and they be like, babe, babe, I know. This morning, and I looked and said, why you? I know, that's not you. I know, but that's not you. You love me, right? Yeah, I love you. But she knows that I have to be a man too. But she's a kind-hearted person. Because she don't want nothing happen to me. Just likewise, I'm a kind-hearted brother. I don't want nothing happen to her. Being kind-hearted is hard. Doesn't mean that you get everything what because you don't. But when God gave you something, gave you a person that you could build on, it takes time to build that castle. And sometimes we give up too fast to build the castle. And that significant one supposed to be in the castle. It's not in the castle, but that one. Now goes from man or woman, man and women. But we let other people in the castle and they mess it up. And that's a very important. So what I'm saying is like that sometimes we be in our own ways. That's not getting us nowhere. I'm not saying let a person take advantage of you. No, no. Go to man or woman. No, I'm not saying that. But sometimes we throw in the towel too fast. And like I always say, if the good outweigh the bad, you gotta roll with it. That's why it's all about. I always say this: you gotta change. Because see, when you work with God, God makes you change. Now, God gonna make you change for the better, black man or black woman. No, it's gonna make you change. And you're in a certain environment that is not good for you. You got to change that too, because sometimes it can cause conflict if you a significant one too. Like the black man, you got to make sure the black woman is fine. The black woman, you got to make sure the black man is fine. That's being kind hearted. That make sure that he's okay and also she's okay. So again, what's the difference between free? What's the difference between free spirit and kind hearted? Free spirit, like I said before, a little over an hour, 20 some minutes ago, they talking about in a good way, but I didn't want to talk about the good way. So being a free spirit person, what I'm talking about, that's not good. So there's no discipline. That's destruction from them. Because they try to destroy the kind hearted ones. See, free spirit ones I'm talking about, those are unrighteous ones. But a kind hearted person, that's God's love. We have to understand that. And it's worth fighting for. It's worth fighting for. But I want to thank everybody that comes to the live. I want to thank everybody in the chat that came through. Very much appreciated. And just work together, y'all. And also the free spirit, a free spirit person too. They want to take on independent. I don't need no man, or I don't need no woman. I don't need nobody. I can get to myself. I want to work around people that's like to know you cannot do. You can't be around people like that, because that's when you start falling back into the devil ways. Here's some women say, I don't need no man. Got guys, I don't need no woman. So let's learn to love each other again. And let's learn to rearrange our lives for ourselves and the significant one, the opposite of sex. And sometimes, if we take a look at time, sometimes not that significant one, and sometimes that person that is very close to a group of people, sometimes close to us. So, on behalf of my channel, The Underrated Darkness, yours truly, the #1 grinder, one of the best kept secret on social media. And to understand, I broke it down on free spirit. I'm talking about on the negative side. And I broke it down kind hearted of God's side. The question is, what are we willing to do? Which side you want to put? What side you want to pick? I know I'm picking the free hearted side. More work, discipline, but it's more higher, more love you can get. And the more you do God, the more you put in you put God first in your life, the more abundance you will get in due time. See, free spirit is gonna limit you. It's gonna limit you, y'all. Remember that. So that's it for me. Good night. This is the last of what's the difference between free spirit and kind heart. I will explain it on one grinder. Let's be good to each other, y'all. Let's be good to each other. Good night. This one is Ghettoast.